nothing you do is gonna stop me. Break me down, tear me up, come on and make me bleed. It's gonna take a lot more than you'll ever have. Before you know it, you'll be laid out on your back. In the end, rip to shreds, and I'll be standing over you. This is a war. I might be scarred and battle torn, but I don't run and hide. It's my pride that says stand up tall and fight. Fight, fight, fight. Never hold back, never a doubt, no hesitation. Go to pitch, hit the switch, a transformation. So take a shot, take a number, take your place in line. You're gonna fall, you're gonna crumble just like every time. In the end, rip the shreds, and I'll be standing over you. This is a war. I might be scarred and battle torn, but I don't run and hide. It's my pride that says stand up tall and fight. Fight, fight, fight. This is a war. This is a war. I might be scarred and battle torn, but I don't run and hide. I never. It's my pride that says stand up tall and fight. Fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. Stand up tall and fight. Nothing you say, nothing you do is gonna stop me. Break me down, tear me up, come on and make me bleed. It's gonna take a lot more than you'll ever have. Before you know it, you'll be laid out on your back. In the end, rip to shreds, and I'll be standing over you.
The world's best gather here. XBL baseball starts now.
It's crushed to the moon, and we're tied.
Picks it up on the second. Over to first in time for the double play that ends the inning.
That's gone.
Oh my, oh my, oh my.
Trying to repeat.
It's good!
And Homer to the pen! This game is over!
Oh! Crushed! Left field! Off the pole!
Domingo Bell, deep right center field, carrying, and it's gone.
That was hit hard. Left center field. Did she do it again? To the wall!
Swung on Bell to the deep left field. Is this baby gone? A grand slam
AAA World Series is over on a live shot.
I can't believe my eyes.
Well, welcome to XBL Playoffs AAA edition. I'm your host today. Luckily, Spliff here with you guys, here with the main man, Misto. Misto, how's it going, brother?
Well, awfully well after that opening set there that pretty much set the world on fire. You know, there's a reason why AAA is the GOAT, despite quite a few OGs and, just a long line of people thinking it's all about the XBL. It's not all about the XBL, is it?
Definitely not. I mean, in my experience, I can tell you, I've seen the tunnel, the AAA tunnel leading into the XBL, and a lot of the really successful guys in the XBL, guys that are having great first years, or maybe not so great first years because of the difficulty, they came right through AAA. It's the path to XBL. We very rarely see people go straight to the XBL or skip divisions. I mean, like this season and this game, we got Snowbird. Perfect example, someone who's like kind of going through that tunnel. Maybe we'll see her in XBL next year after seeing her in AA seasons past.
Yeah, Billy also certainly a candidate, especially after that putting up 20 or so against you just 20 minutes ago. But yeah, so we got some good keys to the game here. Elron finding a little something on the mound against Snowbird was quite surprising, considering the way she essentially ran roughshod in the first game. Did seem to get stymied just a touch. It might have just been an off. I think that's the question. Was it just an off game for her? Now she did probably put up 5 or 6, but 5 or 6 against an average pitcher for her is a pretty bad game. So it'd be interesting to see if Elron can lock in.
Absolutely. I mean, I think I was looking at the stats a little bit earlier today, and I think Snowbird has given up or has scored 4 runs or less than 5 runs, a total of like 4 times all year, including the playoffs. So when you see her put up 4 runs in a game this deep in the playoffs, that's the question. Has Elron discovered something?
Right.
Is this something that he can build off of? Is he going to use the same tools? And in the same breath, Snowbird being the prolific hitter that she is, she hasn't gotten there, overnight. And it's not something that she's easily going to lose. Is she going to realize that, what, on these pitches or in this location, I wasn't doing as well? Will she be able to get that out of her head? Will it affect her at all? Maybe it's an anomaly. I would love to see it as well.
Yeah, I think the biggest, if I had to just blindly guess here, Spliffy, I think the most important thing for this set right here is, what does Snowbird do when Elron gets going, when he gets hot, when you can see that he's got RNG, when he's starting to get aggressive. You have to have some kind of an answer for a batter like him, much as you do against her. But regardless, I think she has a lot of experience at the lower levels, which is where people can get to the ball quite a bit. And that's where I expect her to make an adjustment relatively quickly as to what do I do when Elron starts feeling his oats.
It's a great point. And especially this deep in the playoffs, it's a more important question now than it's ever been in prior season or anytime prior in the season, obviously. I'll just go right into the second point, which is something that I think we can like piggyback on this first point, which is again the importance of a fast start in this game. Right. I mean, we saw a 10-run blowout in the first game, and in the second game, we did see Elron put up some runs as well. And crunching some stats on Elron too, he scored first in that last game. And when Elron scores first in the playoffs, he's 6-2. So this guy can play with the lead, and he has even now with the number 1 seed, I think we're seeing that he can play with the lead, he can take the lead, and he can have a good offensive output himself while keeping Snowbird under wraps. And I'm just wondering, is that something he can continue doing in this game? What do you think?
Well, we'll see. I had a really good series against Elron during the regular season. And the reason I did have that is I realized before I even went in that I can't let him get out of first gear, because once he gets out of first gear, he's like a dragster. You can't let him shift into second and third because it's too difficult. And kind of like what you experienced with Billy, you can't let these folks get out of first gear, because once they get loose, it's just too tough with these types of bats that are so fast. So we're kind of looking at similar players in that regard. Um, but it brings us to point number 3. Snowbird looking to keep her run scored per 9. She had an incredible run scored per 9. I don't know if it was higher or lower than Dynasty, but it seemed like it felt identical to last season. But Ty did not win the World Series and did not make the finals. So, you know, kind of like we've always preached, is in the playoffs, pitching does get a little bit magnified. And neither of these two has been a great pitcher, but Snowbird's improved her pitching quite a bit. And Elron showed in that last game we just saw against Snowbird that he can lock in. I mean, holding her to 4, like you said, that happened 4 times the entire season.
Yeah, which is impressive. I mean, again, this late, when again you look at Snow's runs per game, and again Snow got a first round bye, right? So her first round was against the Von Acison winner,
Right.
Burning, which I am a fan, or I am a subscriber to the momentum theory, right? I would rather play and not get a first round bye. I think there's a lot that goes into momentum in a series, and Burning he had a lot of momentum. He had a reverse sweep, I think, in the prior round. So he was coming in hot into this game and took Snow to a 5th game, and had a lead in that 5th game. And Snow came back and still took care of business. So against Burning Ice and against Elron, she's averaging 9 to 10 runs a game. And I'm just curious, does Elron have the bat, even pitching a great game, or pitching 3 great games? Because I can tell you, after facing Burning Ice, how difficult it is to pitch to a prolific hitter for 1 game, never mind 3 games. So my question in the end is, does Elron have the bat to keep up with Snow? Because I think you're going to have to take for granted 4 or 5 runs. That's the ground level for Snow. That's a terrible game for Snow based on her prior results, right? And you kept her to that number. Can you do it again? And I think a lot is going to hinge on that question, or the answer to that question, I should say.
Yeah. You won't see 4 runs again in this series, or for the entire rest of the playoffs from her, or probably even from him. So, let's light this candle.
Let's do it. I'm so excited. Anything to wash my mouth from that game 3. Let's do this.
Take us away.
Welcome back, guys. We are headed to the beautiful Founders Field, home of the Snowbirds. We have a 1-1 series, exciting series so far. Number 1 seed versus ElronCoin, who was able to get a split after 2 games. After going out 10-0 in the first game, was able to fight back and get a split. And we are going back to Founders.
And nothing. You know, we know Snowbird is definitely a Founders lover. So after a bit of a tough game in game 2, this has to feel good. She's coming home where she dominated, and you know, I think this smaller field does play to her advantage because she's hit a lot of balls out this season.
Absolutely. And we're quickly 2-0 right now. Looks like Lamerd is pitching, lefty. Foul ball, straight back. 2-2 count. Wow. That looked like it barely missed. 3-2. Huge strikeout.
The second baseman, number 9.
We need a feed here, Uni. We didn't get a feed.
Yeah. No. Sorry, guys. We're right with
The
you.
left fielder, number 8.
Oh, you see me.
There it is.
Here we go. All right. Back at it. 2-0. We got 2 outs.
Yeah, this is a pretty tough pitcher here, Lamerde on the mound. I don't remember her. Pretty familiar with Snow's pitching staff, but and now Happenstance comes in, grabs the ball.
It's a quick 3 outs, and yeah, these guys are quick. I can see clicking through was bothering you guys in our game because I can't see some of their stats here, so I'm sorry about that. And a big rip on the first swing.
Yeah, and I believe Happenstance is a base rounder, so a brutal player to give up an opening hit to here.
Absolutely, and
Not the
definitely
start
someone
you
you don't want to
wanted.
get heated up so early in the game. And right away,
True.
the ball gets behind the catcher.
And there she goes getting heated up.
Another quick hit right past the shortstop. Is she gonna send? Oh, wow.
God, no, you cannot get thrown out. She gets, she does get thrown out.
She got thrown out.
Wow.
Elron will get you out at second base.
I don't know about that call, though.
I'm sure in hindsight now, Meg definitely would have liked that back.
I think got a little bit confused there, split. I don't know why third was straying in the first place. I think, good swing.
Oh, and she's sending the runner.
Oh,
Looks like
real
she's
fast.
Definitely.
Yeah,
like
see,
that quick 1-0.
she can really bring it there. That was the base rounder coming into play.
Ball inside, 1-0. Looks like the cutter is moving a little bit on this guy.
Yeah, Turtle Arsenal here from Shortage.
Nice pitch on the inside for a strike, 2-1.
This is not really the type of pitcher Snow wants to see, but she's so good. Oh, there's a little punchy.
One of those tough grounders where it's right in between. You don't know if you should tag for it or let it go.
25.
Man on first, 1-0, 2 outs. And the ball.
Duke Grimes, a clutch type hitter here. He's a veteran. What gets under that one?
Like Elron was able to get out of that with a little less trouble than I think could have occurred with the base running under there. But we'll see if he can respond now.
Yeah, considering the opening single from Happenstance or double, whatever it was, 1 run is not bad there at all.
2-1, hitters count. Three 3-1, great eye. And I'm not sure if Snow wants to do that either, miss. You know, this early in the game, putting base runners on.
Yeah, and with a funky arsenal like this, so there's 2 things you got to do. You got to find out if that slider is going to be usable, And 2, you're going to have to use that 2-seam to keep the hitter off balance one way or another.
That's 2 straight walks there.
Now batting,
Yeah, a little bit
the
wild.
first baseman, number 48.
A little bit wild, a little bit fast. 2 straight walks, no outs, and Elron's in a position to do something.
I think she needs to go meat and potatoes with the 4-seam and the change here just to get some strikes in, as those other pitches tend to be a little bit tougher to locate. Wouldn't you agree, Spliffy?
Absolutely, absolutely. And I mean, it's the moment. Oh, looks like a quick double play. She's gonna do it.
Whoa,
Wow.
slow runner.
Now
Wow, that
batting,
hurts.
The right fielder.
That is a
number 38.
huge stop to the threat there. Again, so early in the game.
Yeah, and out of the gate, that ball seemed to be hit way too slow for a double play, but some of these runners can take a week to a week and a half to get there, and you can turn those double plays that don't seem like off the bat they're going to have any chance.
Absolutely. And I mean, these guys are much more. Oh, that's a great strikeout there. For Chris.
Interesting. He bought the slider, which I wouldn't expect from Coin.
Number 3.
Here we go, bottom of the second. Black Roses are back up, and let's see what they can do here. Looking to build off that first inning.
Again, I think this is the type of arsenal and pitcher that can, a rare one that can potentially bother Snow a little bit, at least for a few innings. Especially with that elite 2-seam fastball, which we know can be deadly.
Right through the
Oh, that
gap.
was
What
a
a
good
swing.
swing. You have to be careful slowing the ball down against Snow. You really have to know what you're doing with anything off speed.
Snow is definitely one of those players that will not miss an off speed, much like I saw. Wow. As I said, that one right there.
Radical's the fastball. Woo!
I don't think you're going to see that again. Let me say that right now to you guys.
I would not
might
throw
have
that,
jinxed it
yeah.
the first time, but
Baseman.
1-0 count.
He's
Those are
got to
right
buy her
balls.
again. I think she's having a little bit of trouble with this arsenal, Spliffy. She doesn't like moving fastballs, as many people do not. Oh, but
She draws the walk. It does seem like she's a little bit she's a little bit apprehensive, I would say, from what I'm used to seeing from her.
She's missed a few pitches she would normally hammer, and that usually tells you that it's either the velo or the arsenal that's throwing somebody off just a touch.
It's a humongous part of the game here. 1 out, bases loaded. Quick 1-0. Elron's got to be careful here. Right down the pipe.
Oh, bad pitch. Lucky to only give up 1, to be quite frank.
Absolutely, that was right. There was no reticle movement at all. It was like aiming
Number
at the reticle.
23.
That ain't it.
And just blasted
Oh,
right off the top of the wall. And this is going to score multiple runs. It's 4-0 already in the bottom of the second. And this has the makings of a Black Roses type of game.
yeah. Seems like the jitters are out of the way, and you don't want to back up a pitch down the middle with another pitch down the middle like that. Oh, but he gets bailed out.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
A stroke of luck to get out of that inning with just the 4 runs seems like a blessing at this point, Miss. I don't know how you feel.
Number 11.
Yeah, came up with a big curveball. I don't think she was quite expecting that. He hasn't really been throwing the curveball, and I think that just caught her off reticle.
And Elron hits it right up the middle, gets that first runner on. Big. Let's see how he can respond here.
Now batting, the pitcher, number 63.
And he might be considering. No.
If I'm Snow, I'm going to use that slider until he proves he can hit it, because he took a couple of awkward swings at that pitch.
1-2. And pops straight up to the catcher. Great pitch.
Now batting, the center
And
field,
that was
inside.
number 25.
And you want to be off the plate with somebody like Elron. He will expand the zone, but at the same time, he can hit a ball that's just barely off the zone with ease.
Another nice
batting,
rip there by
the second
Elron, sending it up the middle,
baseman,
almost in the same
number
exact
9.
location. And the ball almost in the dirt, pops straight up. That was, I think he'd probably want that pitch back
Now
right there.
batting, the left fielder, number 8.
Did you reboot at the plate?
Ball's in the dirt. 1-0, 2 outs.
Oh, just missed. That hurts.
Right
Oh,
down the
got
pipe.
away with it.
98. Elron's still showing some patience here. Great eye there on the high fastball.
Now batting, the
Another
shortstop,
big moment
number
here for
14.
Elron. Bases loaded, 2 outs. I mean, he needs something here. Oh, completely hittable first strike.
Trying to be patient, which is good. Oh, he got sucked into that slider. I told
Got
you.
into it right there.
Yeah, he got sucked into that slider.
Absolutely,
I
you
think that
called it.
slider's it's a usable pitch here right now because he's a little bit antsy, wouldn't you say, Spliffy?
Absolutely. I mean, it's he's showing flashes. Huge hit by Black Roses right against the wall. Quick double to start off the bottom of the third. But yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's showing flashes. He's getting guys on base. I think he's missing that one clutch swing so far in the game.
Yep.
Right up the middle again. Hard hit ball. That's going to score another run, it looks like. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, strong arm on the center fielder. She decides to head back, and why not? You got a 4-run lead. You're hitting well.
Yeah, exactly. And she might have got there just because it was whoa. What?
That
is
ball
right
was
field doing?
on a rope, and
Oh, but he got him out.
that's it. I think, I mean, Roses expected there for the ball to be caught and held
Right.
the runner up.
Yeah, I don't know what right field was doing there, but made a really nice play off the carom.
Just got under that ball there.
Oh,
with the
that
cutter.
could have really put some heat on Coin, but as of right now, Coin just needs to get a couple of outs here and get back to the plate because he looks pretty good at the plate. Not so good on the mound.
Tends to be the case for pitchers against Black Roses these days. A 1-1 count. Great
Oh, nice.
fastball.
There it is. There it is. Yeah, you got to get so when you're down 5, you need a few clean half innings, maybe 2 or 3 of them string
Third
together.
baseman,
Because
number
his offense
5.
will eventually come around here. He does seem to be having a little bit of trouble with this pitcher, Lamerde, who has been a bit tougher than we expected. She's a number 3.
Absolutely. Just missed with the slider there. 3-1. Great hit by Elron.
swing. Good swing on a tough 2-seam into the corner, but he got there easily. Pushed it up the middle.
Now batting,
And that's
the
only
first
Elron's third
baseman,
hit, which is, I
number
mean, he is
48.
being patient at the plate. We've seen 2 bases loaded situations already. So,
Oh, tough. Got blown away.
quick 3 strikes there.
Right fielder, number 38.
You can live with that only because those were great pitches. So just move on here. You're okay.
Absolutely. And Roses,
Throwing a lot of pitches, the Roses.
absolutely.
A lot
And,
of
and
pitches.
pitching them really, you know, her pitching seems to be, it usually is in a frenetic pace as Elron rips another ball right up the middle.
Right. Yeah, and
But
the
some-
Roses not the strongest pen, so
Catcher,
Elron
number
perhaps,
11.
you know what I mean? Perhaps being a bit strategic here, taking all these pitches, which you don't normally expect from the help deskers.
Absolutely. Playing the marathon game.
Oh, that's a
Oh,
rough
nice.
pitch. It got burned. Wow, good pitch, good swing, and a nice little double play there from the Roses.
Absolutely. Not much you can do about that there. Everything went pretty much according to plan by both parties. And it looks like we are getting our first change here with the pinch perfect. I mean, it's crazy. I want to talk about how great some of these averages are, but you know, it's every hitter in Rose's lineup seems to be in the running for MVP here.
Yeah, and one thing that matters in a game like this where you pretty much run out of pitching early is you better get something out of that SPRP, because if your SPRP crashes and burns, you can run into a lot of trouble, especially against someone like the Roses who invites lower velo.
Looks like we have a pinch runner here coming in for the pinch hitter. A great strike right on the paint. 0-1. Two and one, and I think right down the pipe. Oh, probably got a little bit lucky to get even a glove on that ball.
Yeah, it seemed to just kind of almost automatically throw the arm out in the general direction of the ball. I can't believe he even got a glove on that.
Another big hit down the line. This is going to score at least one run. You have the runner at second going to third. This is a double, RBI double, 6-0 with no outs.
Yeah, now it's starting to turn ugly.
And you know, Roses has been in this situation how many times? This is her zone. You know, like up 5 runs, 6 runs, putting the pressure on, just you know, like twisting the screws. This is what she's doing. This is what she's made for. So you have to stop the bleeding here.
Yeah, and you have to do better with a nice pitcher like this out of the gate than what we've seen from the help deskers, who at first seemed to look pretty good, but it really fell apart rather quickly, which it tends to do against the Roses. But
right down
nice
the line
play there. It would be nice for the help deskers, if nothing, considering Snow's already gone to the pen. If the deskers can push this a couple more innings with shortage, which I doubt, but if they can, that would be at least a pitching advantage.
It'd certainly be a tall order at this point with the 4th ball coming in. Now you have the bases loaded, 1 out. Extremely dangerous situation. Someone who has 20 home runs during the playoffs. That can't.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
I think it is.
Now
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Number 24.
hitting 526. And now he's going lefty on righty to boot. You pit right in a tough situation here, running another total. Already didn't work with the first pitcher.
It's going to be right past the second baseman. That's going to
nice.
score 2 more runs. She's sending the runner at third base, and she's out. What a throw.
Yeah, I hate to be the one to say this with my own reputation, but some of the defense from the deskers has been wanting a little bit.
Gets a third out there to limit any more bleeding, but 7-0 going into the, geez, the 5th inning. It feels like it's been a longer game than that so far, but Elron's in real trouble here. I mean, he's got to put something. He's looked okay at the plate, getting a lot of hits, getting on base, but he's got to put something together here to stay in the game.
Yeah, and Snow does have some goofball arsenals coming out of the pen that possibly Coin can feast on if they're the type of arsenals that he happens to love.
Great pitch on the corner. Another filthy pitch coming in right there. That's strike 3 on the slider. Just like you said, Miss, the slider.
Yeah, running a tough slider there. Good location. Nobody can hit that pitch.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 9.
Quickly 0-1, 2 outs. Elron's still showing a lot of patience. 3-1.
He is pitching really rough right now. Really rough. Look at that.
What a two-seam fastball in the corner. That is, I'm gonna say that's a split star pitch most times. You know, I'm not gonna lie there. That's nasty. There's nothing. I mean, I have problems at the plate, but I can tell you, there's not much you can do about that at that angle.
Right. Right. It's one of those pitches you let it go and you know nothing good's going to happen for the opponent. Firewall into the game here with an interesting but very usable 5-pitch arsenal.
Elron's gonna need a firewall here if he wants to stay in this game.
There's that slider. She bought it.
Absolutely.
Good
Great pitch.
Very good.
I don't think there are many times you could use a clean inning more than right at this moment for Elron. As Snow rips it right up the middle for a single hard hit ball.
Yeah, you can't mislocate like that right now. You need a little something better than that. Especially early in the count. That's when you really need to locate. Later in the count, you can be a little bit loose as long as you keep the ball on or off the plate, depending on which one you're looking for.
Quickly, 2 runners on. The first ball comes in for a ball low. That looked juicy, hanging over the plate, but no, it's going to hang up there for an out. I think Elron got a little bit lucky there on that pitch, but he'll take it.
Yeah, slightly. Oh, definitely missed reticle there. Otherwise, that's gone.
Ripped up the middle again.
Maybe
She's
too
gonna
much.
Send the runner. Nope.
Yeah.
Holding off. All right.
Yeah, that was hit a little bit too hard from the redhead.
Absolutely. And these balls are going. This is how you know she's hitting that reticle. These balls are being ripped right up the middle, like right through the pitcher. You know, so.
Right.
Another ball.
That's actually even though it wasn't really located, that's a tough pitch to get on. So that was a good swing from Snow.
Absolutely. And the RBI hero's up again here. Dangerous spot.
That's terrible.
There it is.
Oh my goodness. You cannot throw that.
Oh, she stopped the run. Oh, no. Okay. All right. And just like that. And that's how quickly I think missed. Going back to a lot of the things that we talked about, I think, you know, in a blink of an eye, these top tier hitters, right? Like Roses, Billy, in a blink of an eye, it's over. You know, and all the strategizing you were trying to do, the long-term plans that you had, they're all for nothing because it's like 3 or 4 swings and she's putting up 4 runs on you.
Yeah, and so in the first set, we saw Elron improve pretty dramatically in game number 2. He might be one of those people that doesn't practice a lot with his pitching, which is a mistake, but it's something I've done for many seasons. And a lot of people kind of focus in, they want to get that bat going. He's going to have to be better in game number 4 because we saw pitches that you cannot throw to Snow or Billy or any of these people that have a really good bat. That last pitch was probably the perfect example. That's just a total cupcake.
Absolutely. I mean, I think there are some positives I think Elron can take from this game. This game looked a lot like the first game, obviously, and not so much like the second game. And we saw Elron respond. And again, it wasn't like he looked out of place at the plate. You know, it looked like he was patient. He was taking his walks, and he was getting his hits, and he was hitting into some unfortunate things.
Right.
And that just goes to show you that you need those unfortunate things to be fortunate, you know, against a player like Snowbird, who's like, again, she's hitting those gappers, she's hitting home runs. She just looked extremely comfortable in this game 3.
Yeah, it was unfortunate to see him being so patient and coming up with such a good setup, and then to come out of there with nothing.
Absolutely.
That just seemed to be the beginning of the end. Especially with her scoring early. If he could have maybe put her off till the 4th or 5th inning for her to get going, then he could have maybe battled back. But it's awfully rough to get bases loaded and come out of there with zip against any, anybody, Mama Juge, any of the top players. lazy. You can't have bases loaded and come out with nothing.
Absolutely. Well, hopefully going into this fourth game here, we're going to see a little bit better RNG for the help deskers. I know they could use some of it. I mean, any help that you can get against a hitter this prolific, I think we'd all take. So it looks like we're going to take just a minute or two, get you guys settled in, and hopefully we'll get right into game 4 and see much more exciting baseball. So happy to be here with you guys, and we will talk to you guys soon. Welcome back to the XBL playoffs, AAA division semifinals. We got game 4 coming at you right now. 2-1 lead for the Roses, and a lot of the same in game 3 that we saw in game 1. Yeah, Mist?
Yeah, it's almost identical. After game 1, it was pretty much Elron's going to have to get his you-know-what together. And now after game 3, Elron's going to have to get his you-know-what together, which he did in game 2. So it'll be interesting to see if he can find some kind of an answer, because he didn't have a lot of answers in game 3 there.
Absolutely. Well, if it continues the way it's been going, then we should see a response here from Elron, or maybe Black Roses have just settled in now, and we'll take care of business. So strap on in, enjoy yourselves. Late night with me and Misto, the legend, in game 4. Let's go. First pitch in for a strike. Another quick strike there, coming right at Roses, and a ball up.
Ball inside.
So we got another turtle arsenal here in Dotwo.
Wow.
Gives up an opening hit from Happen. That was almost an identical hit into the left center field slot there from happenstance. And that's the base rounder you don't really want on there, but you know, just unlike game 3, Elron just needs to not let this spiral, because a couple hits here and there are going to happen. Oh, big out.
Changeup hit right to the center fielder. Big first out. Man on second.
Number 19.
And just ripped into the gap. This is going to score a run. Quick double. Hit the wall real fast. That's the thing, Miss. These aren't nubbers, you know. These are like lasers that are just splitting the gap. Like,
yeah,
it's kind of crazy to see. And right away hits the third for a quick out, second out.
Yeah, and again, so you're gonna have to get some fortunate outs, which we've, Coin's one out away from getting out of this.
Change up right down.
Ooh.
And Snow sending the runner. Then it was a bad throw. The runner gets a second. Is even going to get the third here on the... Nope. Runs back halfway. Probably a good decision.
The catcher, number 3.
We're not seeing the best fielding in this series. Not to throw Snow under the bus. I think it's been more Elron, but it's tough against hitters like this to give anything away. Oh, and a late slide there.
I think there might have been just the
little bit
angle,
of lag or something.
the running angle. I mean, I think the sound of the ball off the bat might have tricked Elron a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it might have actually sent him back too. When sometimes it does it, it sends your guy back when you don't want him to go back. Oh boy.
He goes for the diving catch there, and this is going to score another run as well. And quickly with 2 outs, this has the chance of getting out of hand early.
Yeah, Snowbird and attacker early here, and this is not what Elron wants to see, is her in attack mode off of this relatively low velo pitcher who is now fighting for her life.
Even that, just out of the zone, really strong contact, but straight to the center fielder, and it's a 4-run lead in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, so hard as it is, you have to blow that off if you're Coin, because you know you can score. So maybe it was just a bad half inning here.
That's straight.
I think this is a hittable pitcher for Coin. Oh, might have chased a touch there.
I would love to see the reticle on that pitch. Oh yeah, right on the inside. And I'm not one to judge. You guys see me swinging plenty of those. I know how difficult it is. I'm not, and especially in this kind of situation, I think the pressure is exponentially higher.
Yeah, it's tough to lay off a slider or a cut fastball pressure.
Big swing by Elron.
Really well.
And that's out of here. Elron showing a pulse is definitely here to play, and it was no fluke, the hitting that we saw earlier in Game 3, where it seemed like he had a little bit of bad luck. He made great contact there.
Again, I think this is a pitcher he can handle if he can get his feet set. He did struggle with the slider in the last game, but with no changeup, I believe he can lock in here.
It's 3-1 real quick.
The one thing is that two-seam. He can't get burned on that two-seam. He knows there's going to be balls moving towards him.
And just slams
the two-seam
right to the wall. A huge double. I thought that had a chance of going straight, one of those RNG straight to the fielders there, but the ball had enough slice on it.
Number 14.
And Elron has a chance here to start clawing back. And there's another hard hit ball.
That was a good pitch. That was a really good pitch. It wasn't a bad swing. It was just a clutch pitch there from a pitcher that's kind of struggling right now in Moore.
Runner in scoring position. Can Elron get one more run in here?
Good eye there. Really good eye. That was the pitch. Oh, she brought that one.
And
she brought that one, and it got turned around on her.
It is gone.
Oh,
nice. Two-out shot.
She surprised him with the fastball, but she doubled down on that fastball down the middle, and he wasn't listening.
He absolutely wasn't. He's not, he's not leaving this place quietly, and Elron is just showing that he has it at the plate as well. Can he keep up? And another hard hit ball to right field. Does this have the juice? It hits the wall. Oh. Another double. Elron showing some fireworks of his own here.
Oh yeah, he sure is. He's on this arsenal right now. Moore is in trouble. Again, there's as you know, Spliff Star, there's certain players you have to have a changeup, and Elron might be one of those. Oh, just misread a call. That could have been gone. He was on that.
Elron's definitely, he's looking way more comfortable, and absolutely, I mean, the changeup to me, in my humble opinion as a pitcher, is the most important pitch that is not a four-seam fastball. If you had to give me two pitches, those are the two pitches, four-seam fastball, changeup. At least I can try to trick you with speed, and it comes in very handy against prolific hitters, because you can't, people who are prolific hitters, you can't trick them. You trick them with location. You have to trick them with differing speeds. And a lot of the time, that's why I use the slider. It's for the speed, not really for the cut, but it's like that middle speed between a fastball and an off-speed pitch. And that ball's hit straight up. That's a great first out for Elron if he's looking to build on that momentum.
Yeah, early on here, Spliffy, it was almost looking like a potential mercy rule, and now everything has changed around. But at the same time, the Deskers have quite a bit of work to do on the hill.
Left fielder, number 23.
Absolutely. It's definitely, I wouldn't call it a mountain at this point, but you can definitely expect the Roses to put up more runs. Again, they're just at their minimum now. We talked about that 4-run threshold. That's the minimum usually for the Roses.
Yeah, and the Roses are a perfect example. Is if you're not using extreme high velo, your only possible chance of survival is to locate. And Elron is not really a locator, so it'd be interesting to see if Dotwell can get back on track somehow. She does have good junk, which is nice.
Precarious position here, 2-0. And hit right to the second baseman, tries to double up.
Now batting,
that was a big out there. But now you have a big batter.
Yeah, but that was a really tough pitch from Coin. That's the type of pitch he needs to come up with.
Absolutely. And right down the pipe for the Roses. That looked like a bit of a scary pitch. A wild pitch.
Yeah.
Hitters count here.
Good pitch. Oh, good swing. But he only got away with that because he really nailed the location on that curveball.
That was a semifinal against the number 1 seed type of pitch that you have to make. You know, like those are the types of pitches that make the difference.
Yeah, because you know she's going to get on it, but if you can get it just tough enough, you can sometimes get a fly ball out of that.
That's a strike.
Oh, she got it, but she better not come with the same pitch. See, he thought she was coming with it just like last time.
Bit of a chess game going on here.
Yeah, a
in the
little cat
background.
and mouse here.
And right over the first baseman with that gets the lead man on. I'm sure Elron loves that. And can he do something here now? Again, we're only in the top of the second here. It feels like we've already been in a bit of a marathon game. Tries the bunt. Fouled off.
Probably not much of a bunter, but gave it a shot. Might want to try again here though, just in case. No.
As I say, better than a double play. You know, I mean, it's not the worst thing that could have happened. And to your point, another great opportunity to back up and hit hard, right down the middle. And what a catch made!
Happenstance and a mojo boost to boot. And we know she's been hot in the series, so you don't want happenstance to be feeling it. Because she's got a ton of speed and can hurt you at the dish.
Ball outside.
For sure, and at that angle, she misses that ball, and that's a run. That's probably a tie run. That ball probably gets right by her. I'm not sure she would have stopped it. And another hard hit ball right to the left fielder.
Yeah, I don't know what Snowbird's fielding stats are. I would think she probably has some pretty good fielding on her center fielder though, and it does make a difference, especially on those diving, jumping play. That's where the low defensive ratings really kill you. Is when every time you go to dive for a ball, you come up with nothing.
Hard hit ball. Does that have the juice? That's carrying, and what a catch made in center field by Elron. Unbelievable. Another one of those kind of momentum-changing plays.
Right.
That's inside.
Yeah, you need a few of those, and Elron is at home here. I think he feels good about this stadium. Oh, and a lucky play there. So see the momentum on the set. Great play, and now you got a little bit of a lucky play.
No. It's inside. No, inside.
Rose is showing her patience.
Wow.
Take your base.
And a 4-pitch walk, and I'm not sure that's something that you want to do either at this point. Putting anyone on base for the Roses, even at 2 outs, this one swing and it pops open here.
On the other hand, if somebody's singing the ball that well, you almost want to just let them go.
It's very true. It's very true. I learned my lesson about that earlier today. So. And blooped into center field, and she will be having first and third with 2 outs. And quickly again, precarious position.
Number 6.
And now the pressure's on. Dotwo.
No, inside.
You don't really want to pull her yet. She can maybe get out of this, but it's going to be hard. He does have a base open. I wouldn't just throw a meatball in there.
You bet that's a strike.
That's a great pitch. Anything on the corner should get the pitcher.
That's my boy.
But he red circled there, and it does tend to do that 3 and 2.
Number 2.
And here's happenstance. This is what we talked about, the mojo boost. She's feeling it.
The stage has been set.
He's got to come with something. He's got to come with something.
Absolutely. This is the time to do it.
Clean install can be a tough pitcher. Oh, that was
And
a good
first
location.
Pitch swung at, and what a catch.
Just good enough.
Unbelievable catch to save at least, I would say, 2 or 3 runs there, probably blowing the game right open there. Unbelievable playoff catch.
Yeah, and even though it was an unbelievable play by the fielder, that was a really good pitch, and I think that played into the fact that ball didn't get slammed at or over the wall.
You bet that's a strike.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a game of inches, you know?
Right.
Ball softly hit up to his happenstance in center field. We got 1 down.
Number 14.
Still in just the third inning here.
Yeah,
And this ball is jolted down the line. That's fair, off the wall, but played right off the wall. All right, he's stopping that.
I was gonna say any out that Moore can get is a boon for Snowbird, because this pitcher is gonna get blown up on at some point, and I hope for her sake that she makes the right. This pitcher is gonna have to come out when trouble happens. I get it that it's early, but this pitcher has not looked good.
And
it's a nice chase
out of the
there.
zone. Absolutely, gets the second out there. That was a big swing.
That was a slider. That might be the pitch. I wouldn't be whiffling too many curveballs in there right now. The two seams have already gotten rocked a few times. That slider might be the ticket if you can set it up.
And I think you touched on that in the prior game as well. He seemed to have a bit of trouble. And a walk taken there by Elron, putting another man on base. We got the force going, and a big moment here.
Yeah, good eye from Elron. That was a relatively well-thrown curveball, but he wasn't buying it. Yeah, she's in trouble. I would get her out. Oh, she gets a nice out here. He bought the two-seam.
That was a big chase induced.
Now back, the left fielder, number 23.
I've been dogging this pitcher. She's actually done a fairly decent job considering the prowess of the two offenses.
That's down.
Low 2-0.
That's a strike.
Ooh,
Big 99 mile an hour strike. Yeah. Just misses with that pitch.
How about the shortstop?
Puts the
number
lead
19.
runner on. Instant pressure for the pitchers. And right away the ball rocked. Just fouled.
Just got enough juice on that fastball.
Pitch high.
That was the pitch.
Hit up into center field. Misplayed it, or was it not? Or did it carry?
That was crushed.
That was crushed. Sometimes it's hard to tell. And I don't know what's going on in this field. There was another play earlier, too, where I was just like, is that ball hit over the head? Or
well, one thing is center field is not very deep here, Elron. This is not being guarded. It doesn't bend out like that. And you can hit the ball to center field.
Now batting, the right fielder,
that ball was
number
crushed
25.
and hit right off the wall. We have a 5-3 lead here. No outs on the corners.
Good pitch. Wow.
It's inside.
Feels like another pivotal point, probably in the whole series here.
Ball outside.
Yeah. Help deskers need to dial help right. Oh, that might have been a lag pitch. Yeah, that was a lag pitch.
Strike.
Blows it by. Full count.
She needs a break. She needs some
Gets
help.
a chase there.
Is this a tag? Oh, bad throw. Oh, but she didn't go. That was a good move. Snowbird moves to second base. I think if you're going, you'll take that, though, because I had visions of a run coming home there.
For sure. And right away, what a play by the first baseman. Definitely.
Oh, an early throw gets away with it. Got bailed out there. As Clean Install able to come up with a nice play there, running to first base.
Strike.
Great off-speed pitch. Definitely tricked her for a very rare moment.
Oh, that ain't it.
Ball right down the pipe, jolted off the wall. Another run scores here. 7-3 lead by the Roses. Mojo drop by the pitcher.
Second baseman, number
2
99.
outs. Can she get out of this?
Yeah, okay. So if you get out here, it's not that bad. 7-3 is fine.
Absolutely.
I mean, that was a tough half inning. Let's not sell that, but I think you're okay here.
That's inside.
Especially with this pitcher that you seem to be able to handle on the
You
mound.
bet that's a strike.
Maybe get a couple runners on before the pen comes in.
Good swing by Elron. Hits the ball right into center field for a single. Lead man on, and this is exactly what Elron needs right now, which he seems to have been doing the past few innings.
That's an unbelievable swing, but this has been a recurring theme in the AAA playoffs. Is lead runners getting on our trouble?
Absolutely great point. That's a quick out there. One down, and it looks like we have
Number 25.
top of the
Ooh,
order.
a ticket. Speed burner at the plate here. Pitcher tiring
right
fast.
down
We
the
know
middle.
Snowbird usually a little bit late with the hook. This pitcher could get tagged.
Great eye by Elron.
Oh, great eye by Elron.
Two men on here.
Yeah, you got to go to the pen. It's enough.
Absolutely.
Can't go lefty on righty here, but she goes.
Changes her mind.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Not the best hitter, though. Maybe can sneak a slider past him. 3 balls, though. And she doesn't want to risk it. You know, I was curious, is she going to throw it down the middle? But
Oh yeah, absolutely. At that point, I think I'm not sure if her intention was to walk that batter to begin with. Maybe, you know, maybe get him to swing at something out of the zone, but it didn't feel like she wanted anything to do with that hitter.
yeah, now she has to go, period. It's just who she wants to
Absolutely.
bring in. Yeah, the jig is up for more.
Now pitching.
Did an okay job. I would, like I said, I would have had her out of there because I saw that coming. Oh, Lee Quick. Now she's a good pitcher. Does have a goofy arsenal, but believe me, Snow can pitch with her.
100 miles an hour right down the pipe, and gets him to swing.
Chases, maybe a tag.
Wow.
Oh, doesn't get the call.
How did that?
The shortstop,
Oh.
number 14.
That's a crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that before. A player running right through the second baseman with the ball and not getting a tag call.
That's an interesting call. 7-4. So Point needs to take advantage here. 2 down.
Oh, what a
Oh,
pitch!
rough
Fork
fork
ball.
ball. Yeah, that's brutal. So only one run there. Not too bad. It was a little bit of an odd call, but regardless, just 1 run.
Bill and Elron's wheelhouse here. You know, like if you can get another clean inning here, or you know, a minimal damage inning, because it seems so hard to keep Snowbird down, then he has a shot because he is making great contact with the ball.
Yeah, and if I'm Snowball, I'm going to make a note that the way he chased that fork ball, and you've got Fairleigh with only 3 pitches on the mound,
Center fielder, number 2.
I would think that that's your out pitch, wouldn't you, Spliffy?
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean that and even the slide, like you had mentioned a few times, it's a great point on the slider. I have not seen evidence of Elron being able to punish this. Well, was that a slider?
Was that happenstance?
It was just blasted. It looked a lot harder than 390 feet,
Number
but
23.
it's a home run all the same.
It seemed to get out in less than about a quarter of a second there. Was clearly out off the bat.
Absolutely, and quickly with no outs, we are 9-4.
Install doing anything she can here to try to champion a victory. Getting a bit low on the stamina. Still trying to, you know, it is only the 5th inning. You do have to push these pitchers a little bit.
Another ball, hard hit up the middle.
Number 19.
And it looks like Elron is finally going to the pen with the rattle pitcher.
Number 24.
And first pitch
it was too
ripped
high, yeah.
right over the second baseman into the gap. This is going to score at least 1 run. And it looks like it's going to be a double.
Yeah, Desker's in a world of hurt now. The wheels have come off. Pitt Wright, not really the strongest pitcher. Does get an out here, though.
Now batting.
We're only about
Right
halfway
field,
through the game.
number
Roses have hit her
25.
playoff average, so it can't be a good sign.
That's a strike.
Right down the middle to the easy target.
That's down.
Again down the middle. Oh, and gets away with it.
Catches her
batting.
this time.
Catcher number 3.
Yeah, it's still early enough for Elron to make a stand, but we need to stop these pitches down the middle. That's a good pitch there.
All right, and with that,
Is there a
Elron is able
slugger
to
feeling
keep
sluggy?
that damage to at least past innings, but time is slowly running out. At this rate, we might not make it to 9 innings. Elron's got to find something here at the plate.
Yeah, and you can't let Elron get ahead in these counts. No, that was a good swing at the forkball. Got a little bit lucky, did the Roses, because that ball was tattooed.
No, inside. Strike. Ball outside. That's a strike.
Ridiculous
That's
pitch.
a big pitch.
Another huge triple-digit pitch right down the bottom of the plate.
Number
Quickly
38.
2 outs.
Yeah, she's got just enough velo to surprise Coin here and there, even when he's looking to swing. Has to be aware of that forkball at this point.
Couple of swings at balls way outside of the zone. Elron's been very patient these last 2 games. And the
Got
forkball gets him
sucked
again.
into the diving forkball, and that's what that pitch will
If
do
you see
for
the
you.
team mascot around batting,
Certain
the
people
third
will
baseman,
dig in the
number
dirt for that
91.
ball. Others won't, but if they do, it can be an effective pitch, kind of as she's using it as a somewhat of a replacement for the changeup.
Oh, you bet that's a strike.
Another ball ripped up the middle, change up over the plate. Lead man is on again for
Number
Snow.
21. Now batting, number 1.
Oh, wow.
Blasted.
Pitch.
That might carry. What another catch by Elron. Unbelievable. The man is just doing anything he can to keep the
Number
ball
13.
in the yard. And that's the second time we've seen that happen.
Yeah, definitely got bailed out, putting a ticket, coming up with a big catch on a ball that was literally looped right down the middle.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 2.
Here's happenstance, the hot player.
Great swing on the ball there to get the ball into the left field. 2 outs with 2 men on.
Yeah, kind of a defensive swing there, but she was able to kind of tomahawk it the other way.
That's inside. Down.
Noah's been doing a lot of her damage with 2 outs today, so this is another spot where it's ripped right up the middle, and it looks like the runner's being sent, and she's safe
Now batting, the
at the
shortstop,
plate.
number
Another run
19.
scores 11-4.
Oh, and another ball down the middle. Yeah, so
Straight to the wall. Another 2 runs we're going to score here, and this game is quickly getting out of hand.
Now batting,
13-4, Black
number
Roses
8.
with 2 outs. And again, more 2-out damage. A lot of this is 2-out damage.
yeah, when you're a prolific hitter, you can't give up just because you have 2 outs. That sometimes is the time to start a rally.
Roses
Now
doesn't
batting,
send.
right field, number 25.
Oh boy, another blooper. Oh, that's
Just
not good.
right out of the hand, and Misto over here just feeling it before that pitch came through, and we just know that Snow is not going to
Now
make a
batting,
mistake on
the
it.
catcher, number 3.
Wow, another ball down the middle to the easy target. That's something you can't be doing.
Number 44.
It's it's definitely one of those things too where you might get away with one, like one or two if you're lucky, if you're throwing her off enough at the plate. But at this point in the game, when she's locked in the way she is, she's not going to miss
Now
that ball.
batting, the third baseman, number 91.
Now, can Elron get out of this with 2 outs and give himself a chance to at least make this a game again?
Yeah,
He's got to score
boy,
3 runs here.
Yeah, 12 down, looking to just kind of keep this game going, but kind of starting from 0, I would say, Spliffy.
Scoop up a plate of Maki at
Yeah,
ground roll
yeah,
center.
and luckily,
Catcher,
you know, if you lose by 15 runs, it's still only 1 game. So
Right.
you learn what you can learn from this game and move on. Not saying it's over yet. Anything can happen. I've been part of crazy games myself, so just got to keep that in mind in the mental. So much of this game is mental too, and a great first runner on, lead runner on to start the inning.
Yeah, we haven't really seen the worst bat from Coin. He's had a few instances of just not cashing in, but his work on the hill has really left quite a bit to be desired, and especially in a small park like this against somebody with the runs per game of Snowbird. You know, we saw him lobbing curveballs down the middle to do crimes and a few others. And it does seem like that's really just been
center fielder,
his
number
undoing.
25.
Elron down to his last 2 outs here to try to stay in the game and keep it from being mercied. Pops that ball straight to the left fielder, and that's 2 outs.
Yeah, and if I'm Snow here, I'm not even putting a ball on the plate. You're going to have to show an eye because I'm just going to keep throwing balls off the plate. I'll walk you all the way around until you've at least got a few more runs because I can't imagine Coin's not ready to swing.
Absolutely. Great swing there, but slightly jammed, and that's the 3rd out. And wow, another offensive showing by the Black Roses, which we have grown accustomed to at this point of the season, putting up 16 runs over 6 innings. I think she was averaging 12 to 13 runs over the season. So right in her wheelhouse, right from beginning to end. I mean, she just looked very comfortable at the plate, and it didn't look like she was stressing or rushing or pushing, and the game really came to her today.
Yeah, again, I didn't really think Coin's approach at the plate was bad, but the pitching just wasn't up to par against anybody, and it certainly wasn't up to par against someone like the Roses, as it just seemed like things got away from the help deskers pitching far too often. And, you know, part of it is probably momentum. He did have a couple instances where he could have gotten on the board much better than he did. And it's sometimes that carries over to the mound. I know with myself, when I'm not hitting, I tend to pitch worse. So I think there was some of that, but it was really just a great showing from the Black Roses, as we are not necessarily surprised about. But based on the game number 2, I could have easily seen Elron come in here and just dominate the next 2 games. I wouldn't have been surprised at all.
No, I mean, I think that was definitely in the realm of possibility after watching the first 2 games, and then again after watching Game 3, seeing Elron's proficiency at the plate. Again, we talk about Black Rose's batting, but Elron was like the 3rd or 4th highest scoring team in the league too. So, and we see it with his at bats here. I just think that Elron had a monumental task. He had a monumental task ahead of him when he started this series. It's gotten even more monumental now, but he's gone this far. He's gotten this far for a reason. He's put up gaudy numbers. And I don't think it's past him to stretch this series 5, 6, even 7 games. I mean, like we saw it with Burning Ice. And Burning Ice doesn't have the type of bat that Elron has, you know, and sometimes, you know, this deep in the playoffs, I can tell you firsthand, that's really, you need the bat. and Elron is capable of it. But can he put together enough innings and keep the Black Roses down? I think that's the question, and I think he's capable for sure.
Yeah, for sure. He needs to hit a little bit better, but just a little bit better. He needs to pitch a lot better. So he needs to figure out, how am I going to keep her to 6 runs or less? Because if you start giving up 7+, you're not going to come back 3 games in a row. So you're going to have to start getting this under control. 12, 15 runs is not going to do it here. So you're going to have to get this down to 5 or 6. You're not going to get it down to 2 or 3, but it's not totally unreasonable to keep her to 5 to 6 runs if you really dig in. Or anybody, really.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. So I mean, I think both of these series they're shaping up, and I'm very excited about the finale games of my series. I'm very excited about this series. This has been a joy to be with you guys, to be with you, Miss. This has been a lot of fun. I'm glad you guys had me, and I really am looking forward to the rest of the playoffs, rest of the XBL. Thanks, Uni, for setting this up, and yeah, Miss, you take the last word, man.
Yeah, so we got a lot on schedule. We got some games coming to you on Sunday, and I know that Spluto and Lazy are playing. They might have played some today. I think they're recording. But that's obviously a huge XBL series. So lots to look forward to. XBL Cup is going right now. We actually are just finishing up the group rounds, and it's going to turn into brackets, and then we're going to turn the season around really fast this time. So season 18 is not far away. I would expect the roster tool, which has a few small changes to it, to be released within the next few weeks, and people can get to building on their season 18. But there's so much good. It's amazing the way this game has been popping with the XBL. The last few seasons being so fantastic, despite some server issues. There's a lot of excitement. We've got so many young players coming in. Double A has been an absolute godsend this season. We're going to see several of those players jumping up into Triple A. So it's all positive, and I don't know if we're casting. I think we might be casting something tomorrow. I've kind of lost track of things because I was really excited for this set and the set we had prior to this. But we're going to be back on here real soon. Thanks to God's Unicorn. Thank you, sir, for producing us here. And of course, Train's going to be back. I think it was Train's birthday yesterday or something, or maybe it's today. But we're going to get him back in here, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Absolutely. No, definitely exciting time for the XBL, exciting time for Double A, Triple A. Very excited to see the new blood coming into the Triple A. If I don't win it all myself and get promoted, but we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So thanks again for the experience. It was fun. I had a great time tonight being with you guys. So